Wow, it's all over the news. Have you heard the housing market is crashing? Annual home price growth slows for the second consecutive month. Wow. June sees the biggest home price deceleration, and I love that term, coupled with record inventory jump. So the question is, if you've been on the fence about buying a home, maybe you've been searching and your offers are getting outbid left and right for months and months and months. Now you're seeing these news stories coming out. Do you sit on the sidelines? Does deceleration equal cheaper home, lower payment, less down payment? I'm going to answer those questions for you right now. All right, let's start with these two stories because they were released back to back, one day right after the next. August 1st and August 2nd. August 1st, June sees big home price deceleration coupled with record inventory jump. I love the terms big and jump. Love it, Doom and Gloom Media. Second one, annual home price growth slows for second consecutive month. Let's break these down, all right? And I gotta start with the second article. Annual home price growth slows for second consecutive month. The very first line in this newsworthy article states, and I quote, CoreLogic's latest home price insights report revealed that home prices nationwide grew 18.3% year over year in June. That doesn't really sound like a housing crisis, doesn't sound like a crash. And the very second line in this article states, and I quote, while June marked the 125th straight month of annual price growth, it was also the second month in a row of price growth slowing as economic uncertainties, blah, 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 blah. So think about that. 125 months of growth. So maybe it's not going like this. Maybe it's going to go more like average. But the fact of the matter is, it's still growing and it's projected to continue to grow. Not at the rapid pace that it has been, and that's great, that's healthy. That's what we need, that's what buyers need, right? And the article goes on, and I gotta love it. They try so hard, even though the data is right there, they try so hard to put their narrative, to put their spin on it. The article goes on to say that CoreLogic projects more of the deceleration moving forward, predicting that annual home price appreciation will plummet, love that word, plummet, all the way down to 4.3% by June, July next year, 2023. And it goes on further to say, which is more in line with average home price growth. They just can't get away from the word growth because it is truly still growth. So the bottom line is home prices are decelerating, but that doesn't mean that they're declining. Decelerate does not mean decline. Decelerate just means growth slowed down just a bit, but still growth. So what does that mean for you, home buyer? If you were to sit on the sidelines because of all these news articles coming out saying that the housing market's going to crash, there's a crisis, homes are decelerating, not declining, just decelerating. What does that actually look like? Let's just look at the facts. Let's move all the noise out of the way. First, to add some context, because again, I like facts. I don't like fiction. I don't like opinions. I don't like narratives. This is straight from S&P Case-Shiller U.S. National Home Price Index. And I went back to July of 2017. I'm just comparing July over July appreciation from 2017 through today. And then I'm looking at the projected growth as just reported by CoreLogic for July of next year. July of 2017, home price index puts homes on average at 193,539. Again, this is based on the S&P Case-Shiller U.S. National Home Price Index. You can look it up for yourself. It's free data right on the web. 193. July of 2018, 204 and some change, and so on and so forth. So you can see it is climbing from 2017. And if I went back further, it was climbing even from then. Now, The anomaly is July of 2020, so we're just still kind of in the beginning stages trying to figure out this whole pandemic. So from July of 19 to July of 2020, home price growth was at 4.84%, according to S&P Case-Shiller. Then it really took off. Look at year over year, July of 2021, 19.85%. And then at the end of May this year, from last year, we were at 15.21%. Still has it decelerated? Has it declined? It's decelerated from last year's rapid pace. Yeah, absolutely. But it's still 15.21% higher than it was the previous year, which means it's more expensive. If you waited, it's more expensive. And if you continue to wait, just solely based on what you're seeing and hearing in the doom and gloom media, it's gonna cost you more. I put together a graph just to illustrate a $300,000 home in 2017, in July of 2017, and I'm basing these appreciation rates off of that S&P Case-Shiller National Home Price Index, which is freely available. These are facts. This is not narrative. This is not opinion. So on the right of this graph, you're going to see appreciation. So those little numbers, the percentages in red above each bar is the price appreciation. Then you're going to see the actual home price as reported. And then if you look down a little bit further, you're going to see monthly payment, which that's going to be a monthly payment based on that corresponding sales price with 20% down, and the prevailing interest rate as reported by Freddie Mac. And you can also Google Freddie Mac PMMS, Primary Mortgage Market Survey, and you're going to see what the average rate was for July in each one of these years. And then I included what the 20% down payment would look like in each one of those scenarios. So if we look at, go to the far left, look at July of 2017. If you were looking at a $300,000 home in July of 2017, what happened to that sales price and the corresponding numbers 1 year later in July of 2018? Well, it was more expensive. 5.19% takes it from 3% to 315 and some change. What does that do to your monthly payment? What does that do to your down payment? Everything rises, and that's only at 5%. Now look at July of 2019, jumped 3.13%. You could say that growth decelerated from 5.19% to 3.13%, but what happened to your down payment? You're still shelling out more cash at closing. Then look at July of 2020, look at July of 2021, and look at July of 2022, where we are currently. Now, July of 21 shows 19.85% appreciation, and July of 2022 shows that 15.21%. So let's just assume, as the media is saying, that there's a deceleration. Again, not a decline, but a deceleration. And based on CoreLogic's prediction of a plummeting home price appreciation down to 4.84%, what does that look like on paper? How do the economics play out for you, potential buyer, in that scenario? If it appreciates 4.84% as predicted by CoreLogic, and actually other economists are predicting a slightly higher continued appreciation rate, but let's say it just appreciates 4.84%. And I'm even going to show a drop in rates, about an eighth of a point. So your 471 home today is 491 next year. Your monthly payment is going to jump almost $100 a month, and your down payment is going to increase more than $4,000 a month. So you're going to be shelling out more cash. Now, my entire goal in sharing this information with you is to equip you, to help you make the most informed decision possible. I'm in no way encouraging you to buy a home right now, today. Might not be the best time for you, and that's okay. But it's hard to make an informed decision when we have all this noise coming in at us from all these different media outlets. So My hope is that the information shared today will help you and your family make an informed decision on whether or not you should take the next step in purchasing a home. If you have any questions at all, or if you would like me to run numbers for you on a different purchase price or a lesser down payment, higher down payment, please let me know. I'm always happy to help.